And welcome back. Working on the right side of the tailcone. This video is going to be mostly riveting, going over some things as I'm putting this side of the tailcone together. It's coming along pretty quickly, as I've said before. I'm in the process of riveting the skins to the longeron, working from the front end to the tail end. The instructions have you rivet the bottom set of holes on the longeron because the upper holes are going to be riveted once you put the top skin, left and right top corner skins on. And so going through, just making sure I'm paying attention to which ones are to be riveted, which ones aren't, and there's actually certain ones where you rivet different sizes. The majority of these rivets are the 3-3.5 rivets, and that's pretty common for your skins all across. But whenever you come up to a reinforced place like where I'm working now, I've fast forwarded to working on the bulkhead there. I know at the longeron and each of the J stiffeners, you use, I believe it's the 3-4s. Slightly longer because there's just a little bit more material that you're riveting through. But the majority of the rest of these are the 3-3.5 rivets. So you just got to make sure you're paying attention to the instructions. And that's something that I'm still learning to this day, is check, double check, and triple check the instructions to make sure you understand what you're supposed to be doing and that you're doing it correctly. Made a few mistakes so far that if I'd have just read the instructions one more time and really understood what it was trying to say, I wouldn't have made that mistake. So anyway, here I'm starting to get down to some of the problem areas that I came across, and that's working the bottom corner while trying to do this as a single person without any help. The majority of this I was able to do by myself, even when I put on the top skins. With the exception of the very, very top piece, I was able to do the majority of it by myself because I could reach. I had long enough arms that I could reach both sides and rivet and buck at the same time. Some folks may or may not be able to do that, especially if you're not able to get the tail cone to the right height for yourself to be able to reach around it. But as you can see here, I'm drilling out a rivet. Wasn't able to quite set the rivet gun correctly on that one, and so that was a common problem that I came across. So fast forwarding again, I've now riveted the majority of the right skin to the frame. Now I'm working on the bottom corner where the skins meet, the side skin and the bottom skin meet. And again, because of my reach, I was able to get pretty much all of these on my own without having to call in assistance. But if you have someone that can help, then it definitely makes it a little bit easier. Again, I'm trying to reach with the rivet gun and reach with the bucking bar, and making sure I have the rivet gun set at the correct angle to make sure I set everything correctly and not have an edge on the rivet as a finished product. And if I did, then I would just drill it out again, obviously, and reset it. But like I said, for the most part, I was able to get through the majority of this unassisted. But of course, I've got a 12-year-old daughter, and trying to teach her things other than animals and the typical girly girl stuff, so to say. So I'm trying to get her into the mechanics of things, and so I enlisted her help and had her come out and just showing her what's going on with the airplane, and trying to get her some interest in the mechanical side of life. It's always neat to me to see a young girl getting involved with shop or assembly and things like that you don't typically see girls get into, unfortunately. So trying to push her into that realm, so to say, and so far she seems to enjoy it. So she came out and helped me set some rivets. I gave her the rivet gun and let her go to town and and we worked on the majority of this together, and it was a lot of fun. My wife, when she was just maybe a year or two older than my daughter is now, she helped my grandfather-in-law build his RV4, and so it was really neat to have my daughter, who was about her age, come out and help me. So anyway, so fast forwarding again and continuing to work on the side skin, there are some spots that you really have to pay attention to as you're riveting, where some nut plates and things like that go. But just make sure you're paying attention to the instructions, and it tells you what to rivet and what not to rivet, and makes things a lot easier as you go. So anyway, this is a quick video. I appreciate everyone watching as you do. If you have any questions, by all means, leave it in the comments below. Otherwise, if you could, hit that like button for me, and we'll see you next time around.